In 1244, after a brutal 9-month siege, Catholic armies breached the stone fortress of Monur in the French Pyrenees. What they found inside wasn't gold or weapons. It was something far more dangerous to the Church: ancient family records, birth registries, and family trees carved into wooden tablets. These names were not just old, they were connected to a secret that terrified the Vatican. The records told a story of bloodlines that had been hunted for centuries, families with a connection to a forbidden past, a union that Rome had spent 1,000 years trying to erase. But why? Why would the most powerful institution in history track specific families for nearly 9 centuries? What was it that these bloodlines knew or carried that Rome feared so much? The truth was never about heresy. It was always about ancestry. The Cathars of Montségur were accused of rejecting the Church, but when the Inquisition documents were finally opened, it wasn't theology they were focused on. It was family names, birthplaces, who married whom, and most chilling of all, who remembered their true lineage. The Church wasn't hunting heretics, they were hunting bloodlines. The real fear? The bloodlines that connected to an explosive claim that Mary Magdalene, contrary to Church doctrine, had not died in Ephesus but had come to Gaul, and she came with a child. This wasn't just a local legend. The Vatican took action, launching crusades not to fight ideas, but to wipe out families who carried the memory of this forbidden heritage. Whole villages were destroyed, not for their beliefs, but for who they were. The Inquisition's obsessive surveillance wasn't just about fighting heresy. It was about controlling the bloodlines. Hundreds of years later, the Church still hunted these families, trying to suppress their stories and erase their genealogies. They didn't burn heretical books. They burned family Bibles, because those Bibles contained genealogies that could challenge Rome's very foundation. And here's the twist. Those bloodlines didn't disappear. They scattered across Europe, across the ocean, carrying the memory of a lineage the Church could never fully destroy. From the French Revolution to modern-day DNA testing, evidence of this forbidden bloodline still exists, hidden in the very cells of millions of people living today. The Church didn't just fear rebellion. It feared the truth of these bloodlines. The truth that Mary Magdalene's legacy might still be alive, passed down through generations. A truth written not in theology, but in the blood, the DNA, and the memories of ordinary people who refused to forget. The forbidden bloodline wasn't a myth. It was real, and it's still here.